And oh man, this 2Hype situation is something that seems to be spiraling out of control every single day. Now, this was obviously a situation that happened around 2018. I'm pretty sure it was in 2018 when the group started to have a falling out with some of its members. It started with Los, then it started with TD, and now, of course, the most recent one was Mopey. There's so many things going on with this story that I think I could probably make a 40-minute video to recap the entire thing. But just recently, Mopey, an ex-2Hype member, was hit with an actual threat by the law with a cease and desist. I made a video on this yesterday. You guys can watch the entire thing. But to summarize it very quickly, basically what this means is that Mopey was told that he cannot record a video and release any information. If he does, he will be pursued by the law and potentially be charged with trying to destroy 2Hype's reputation, which, by the way, the only reason that could actually go through is if what Mopey is going to say in the video isn't correct. Now, if he does release a video and everything is correct, they really have no reason to charge him because he's just speaking the truth. Now, some people think that 2Hype is doing this to silence people for speaking out about 2Hype. They don't want their brand ruined, they don't want their reputation ruined, and it has caused a lot of backlash in the community. And when that happened, the community was going crazy. People were freaking out. People were saying that 2Hype was fake, this and that, and the things were just getting very, very out of hand. So that settled down for probably, I want to say, about 12 hours, and then another situation occurred. There's so many things going on, and I'm going to try to address all of them, but I may lose track at one point and another. But to recap one thing that has happened today, LosPollosTV went on Twitter and he tweeted directly at Chris London. This is what he said. He said, "Don't you ever lie on my name again, and don't you ever mention my name again in your life. Over 10,000 dislikes on your BS video spreading lies about me again, and now you take it down. You are pathetic. You're gonna send me a cease and desist too." And in the screenshot here, you can see the LSK's 45-minute video that so many people reacted to, basically saying that this is the truth about everything that happened. In that video, he dropped private text messages, private DMs, private conversations, and everything like that in this video, which is a very, very bold thing to do, considering the fact that conversations done in private normally should be kept in private. So the text messages were there were so many DMs, and there's a lot of stuff put out to the public that probably should have been kept in private. And LSK made this video to try to prove a point that these guys were lying about them, whatever the case may be. But now it looks even worse for 2Hype, because LSK removed this entire video. The video is completely removed from his channel, and there's no sign of it whatsoever. So Los went ahead and tweeted at LSK and straight up called him out for this, because this is not looking the greatest for LSK or really for 2Hype, because they're simply removing a video where they were saying that they were in the right. But if you're in the right and you create a 45-minute video, why are you removing it? There's obviously some things going on behind the scenes that we may not know about. Now, on top of this all, which is insane, now this is crazy, okay? Now, I'm going to be careful for my own right and for my own channel, because we know that 2Hype is going to be pursuing legal action with a lot of the things going on. We saw it happen with Mopey, and we're probably going to see it happen time and time again. There seems to be something, there's two things that can come out of this story. Number one is what everyone's expecting, is that 2Hype is hiding a lot of things, which is the reason why they're trying to pursue legal action on certain people with these cease and desist, meaning that there's a lot of dirt that they have and they do not want it to come public. Or the second thing is that 2Hype's actually right and people are actually misspreading information, which a lot of people don't believe, because right now it's looking terrible for 2Hype, especially after the fact that LSK went ahead and privated this video. This just screams that they are hiding something that they do not want to be put out to the public. And also with the cease and desist, that was another flag that's like, okay, you're basically saying that Mopey is mentally unstable or he's not in a certain condition to be able to speak on what actually happened with the falling out in 2Hype. Now, another thing, it doesn't just stop at the Los Polos tweet or at the privating LSK video or at the Mopey cease and desist. It now has escalated to a point, this is crazy, where a Discord call between LSK, TTG, I believe it was TD. I'm not really too sure. There was a call that was leaked. Now, it wasn't leaked by TD or by Mopey or by anybody by that means. It was apparently leaked by one of Jesser's friends. That's what the video that I watched was being told. Now, I unfortunately do not feel comfortable including this audio in my video, even though in LSK's video, he did drop private text messages, private things like that. I don't feel comfortable putting this audio in my video because I don't want to have my video flagged. And we all know, like I said earlier, that 2Hype is taking a lot of legal action. I wouldn't be shocked that if I did make this video and I did include the audio that they would attempt to strike my channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link the video in the pinned comment down below. You guys watch the video that is pinned in the comments down below, and I want you guys to listen to that audio. That audio is insane. I'm going to go ahead and recap it for you guys, and then you guys can watch it. But in that audio, there's a conversation where LSK and TTG are having a conversation with TD, and basically what they're saying is when they had their falling out, they were telling Los and they were telling TD to create their own narrative for the reason why they left. The reason why they wanted them to do that was so that there was no backlash. Now, they intended for there not to be any backlash on TD, Los, or really anyone else who left 2Hype. It was more of like a, okay, so you need to make up your own story, because if you don't, then people are going to think that we had a falling out, and the 2Hype fans are now going to attack the ex-2Hype members. But it didn't seem to work that way at all. When people ended up leaving 2Hype, they ended up not receiving hate, and 2Hype, the group themselves, ended up receiving the most hate. And the reason why is because there wasn't really a narrative for those people to create when they left. Because when Los left, he let it known that he wasn't happy. He didn't enjoy being there, and he said what he needed to say about that situation. They talked behind his back. They did not treat him well. That is what he stated, and that's what happened when Los Polos decided to leave or was kicked, whatever the situation may be. And with TD, when he left, it wasn't on good terms either. So for them to say that, they basically wanted to say, okay, say to the public that everything was fine, or that you decided that it wasn't the best fit for you, and you decided that you wanted to leave the group. Because if they did that, that means there would be minimal backlash, and it would still look like, oh, 2Hype's still great, there's no toxicity going on there, everything's good. So when this call leaked, this was shown that they were trying to push a narrative for both Los and TD, and probably any other 2Hype member, that they needed to create a narrative that made it look better for their brand. There was actually a leaked call of this. Like I said, I don't want to include this in my video because I feel like I'm going to get striked or something like that when it comes to this situation, especially if they consider this false information. So I'm going to pin the video in the top pinned comment, and you guys can go ahead and watch this. This stuff is absolutely insane. I don't know what is going on. I don't know what's going to take place over the next week. I don't know if we're going to see more legal action being taken or people being threatened or whatever the case may be. But for now, things are absolutely insane. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like. Do not forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.